fucking claimer. I am not dissing warrior. I am not dissing any one-hand tanking classes. This is a video, once again, strictly on my opinions. If you criticize me for that, I'm going to look at you like this. Anyway, gamers and gamettes, what the fuck is going on? MikeHero127 here, and today I am bringing you guys a video because I'm indecisive, and once again on Final Fantasy XIV I am changing shit again. I will say that's one thing I love about this game. I can be indecisive all I want, because you know what? I don't have to go and buy something because I'm indecisive. I just go on the game and freaking do it. Like when I'm indecisive about games, I have to sell one and then go buy another, or just go buy another and waste $60 on here. I just go fucking run to a guild, pick up a new class, and start that shit. I must say I like that feature about this game. But anyway, you guys are probably shocked. Oh my god, Mike Hero, you're tanking. You're a paladin again at that. Well, I had a long, hard, probably for a whole freaking day, thought process with myself. And in so many words, I was kind of disappointed for the fact that I've been sitting here avoiding something I really want to do and something that I like because I wanted to be a bitch. I was afraid of what every healer and DPS and their mom was going to say every time I lost the aggro of one single fucking enemy, when in reality, there are two types of people. The ones that don't give a shit and the ones that are going to bitch. And no matter what MMO you play, guess what? You're going to deal with fucking both. And that's what honestly a lot of my guild members were telling me for a while. That I need to, if I'm ever going to be happy tanking, I need to let that shit go. So I did. And now I'm in another pickle. The thing is, as being my guild's main tank, like even if Artful still does come to our server, for a solid 8-man group we need 2 hard dedicated tanks. So this raises a lot of questions to what I want to do. Do I want to be Paladin or Dark Knight? And you guys are probably wondering why I've deleted Warrior from this equation, because I actually have a pretty high level Warrior. Well, it's not really high. He's like in his 20s somewhere, I think. I've ran some dungeons with him, and don't get me wrong, Warrior is a great tank. Matter of fact, Warrior, and please don't get offended when I say this, but Warrior is the tank for noobs. Warrior, that thing holds and takes aggro like it's nothing. It has one move that's like in a small cone AoE shape, and if you spam that shit, you have aggro from the time you start to the dungeon to the time you finish. That thing has no need for fucking shield oath whatsoever. It's just, that class is just, it's sick with holding aggro. But I'll be honest with you, to my opinion, Warrior is nothing but a buffed up DPS with a shit ton of HP, because it has no defense or anything whatsoever. It just wasn't good for what my FC needs, and I've my number one healer, and mind you, this is a guy that's, you know, eye level 120 plus. He has a really rough time with warriors, and I'm not talking about, you know, this is some noob healer. This is a skilled veteran, been playing since beta fucking healer that knows his shit and has saved me in a billion rough situations. So I took his word for that. So another thing, because the fact that I want to benefit my guild, is Warrior was just out of question. And the thing was, the main thing about Warrior is I don't like the two-hand weapon style. And this is what scares me about Dark Knight. My main issues with Warrior are, for one, it's slow. Number 2, it's an axe. I'm a sword guy. And Number three, I just don't like how a one-hand tank is. Like, it can't utilize flash, even though it doesn't need flash. Like, you can use a warrior without flash. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. You have that one stupid pulling move that you can slam over and over. And if you use Invigorate and you have a bard playing the TP song, you are set. Period. And yes, I have my map up because I'm not good at finding my way around these places. Yes, I've been playing this game since fucking launch and I still don't know all the areas completely. Get off my nuts. Eat me. But, yeah, like I was saying, Warrior has no use for flash whatsoever. Like, and honestly, the class is built to, make you look like just a brain dead beefy guy. I guess that's why it doesn't really acquire much intelligence. Hee hee ha ha, get it? But I'm serious, I hate that. Like, the thing, I've seen ones with freaking 14,000 HP and they have like 200 or 300 MP and flash costs like 90. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do with that? Honestly. But, this is my point though, the one hand thing. I just don't like it, and that's what scares me about Dark Knight. Dark Knight is an amazing looking tank. It looks like an amazing looking tank. Now I have a bunch of questions that rise with this, and like is Dark Knight gonna be slow? Is it gonna perform like Warrior? Like, now don't get me wrong, I want to be nothing more than some freaking to look like some Odin's daddy looking motherfucker with a greatsword. No, that class looks boss. It looks badass. The thing is, I want to know, is it gonna play and be as badass as they're showing? That's what I want to know. Because the thing is, I like Paladin. I'm happy with Paladin. If Dark Knight isn't for me, I will gladly stay Paladin. It has the image I like. Honestly, I love all of its weapons, from its Magitech to its Zeta to all the kinds of weapons you can glamour to it. There isn't a weapon on Paladin that I don't like except that stupid thing they make you use before you're 50 called a walnut meshulele or whatever it's called. It's like a big stupid paddle stick with spikes on it. I can't stand that fucking weapon. Like, I avoid it and I lose aggro in dungeons because I hate this weapon that much. Like, I don't give a shit what level it is. I don't give a fuck how much material you put in that thing. I fucking hate that stupid wooden paddle. And I don't like fucking using it. So I always go do everything I can to freaking find the next best sword, the next best freaking even dagger. I don't give a shit. I just hate that damn thing with a passion. I hate that thing with all my fucking heart. But yeah, I'm having a hard time deciding between Paladin and Dark Knight. Just so many questions arise, will Dark Knight have defense like Paladin does? Will it have pull moves? How does Dark Knight go about pulling enemies without a shield? I'm thinking one of two things. It's either gonna throw that giant greatsword at somebody's fucking throat, which will be awesome, or it's going to use some crazy dark magic shit that comes out of its hand and fucking yanks you to him and says, yo, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. And if that's the case, that's amazing too. I like it. I enjoy, every possibility I can think of with Dark Knight. I love it. It all honestly makes me excited. But then again, with Paladin, I like everything Paladin can do a lot too. Like, I like the fact that, I can take my shield, toss it at somebody's face like this and say, come at me, bro. I think it's freaking awesome. Like, I don't know. The fact that they, both classes just look like big diesel boss ass knights is just, it makes it so difficult. So what I'm doing with my Paladin is I'm raising it to level 50. I'm 35 now, as you can see. It'll probably be 50 by I'm gonna say early next week, because I don't have to worry about queue times or depending on help from anybody or nothing with this fucking class. It's just boom, insta queue, done. I know one thing: if these things don't fucking chill, I'm gonna die. This is bullshit. How many of these fucking things are there? But Yeah, so this class will be leveled up no problem. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to avoid working on like the relic quest fully and everything. Don't get me wrong, I'll probably go and grab the Zenith and shit like that because you know it's so easy now. This game's been completely freaking noobified. But I'm not gonna go a level past the Zenith. I'm just gonna grab the level 100 weapon with the soldiery and blase blah and blase blah because I don't know what I want to do yet. You know, so I'm. What if you know I fall in love with Dark Knight and then, boom, you know I freaking start this class. Oh, that was fucking easy. Almost died, but it was still fucking easy. You know, so I don't know. I'm kind of in a bit of a pickle. Any tanks out there? Anyone playing 14? What do you guys think? Are y'all current like high level paladins all zetaed up and you saw that Dark Knight freaking walk in with that great sword on his back and that one glowing red eye just said, "Yo, be this." And now you're just your teeth are chattering and you're like, "Ugh." They sound just like that. Like that's how my teeth sound every time I watch that fucking trailer. They just freaking cringe and I'm just like, "Ooh, that is sexy." Like, and then here you go, right now. Look at this big sexy motherfucker. Like the way Paladin looks is awesome, but the way Dark Knight looks is awesome too. I don't know, guys. Help me out. I've completely ruled the DPS shit out of my mind now. I'm back. I'm unpussified, and I'm tanking like a motherfucker. I just don't give a shit. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave some comments below and let me know what you think. It's your boy Mykiru127. Peace, guys.